Hey folks, Tony here, and I'm going to do a quick little review about Star Wars, The Force Awakens, and I'm going to try to do absolutely no spoilers. I'm going to tell you what I like about it. And first of all, let's say 2 big thumbs up. Yes, it was a fantastic, good movie. On a scale of 1 to 100, I would give it, God, I have to give it about a 97, 98. It was that good. Very seldom am I so impressed with a movie that I will just go out and do a little quick review of it, but I feel like it deserves it. Let me tell you why. Number one, it's very well written. It's like the old writing team from back, The Empire Strikes Back, and of course J.J. Abrams, I'm sure, had some input on it. Number two probably is J.J. Abrams. Here's the thing. I was skeptical going into this movie because I like what he's done with the Star Trek movies, but, I'll have to say, scale of 1 to 100 on the Star Trek movies, 84, 85, 86. It's entertainment. It's good. He's reinventing some things. I don't like all the herky-jerkiness of some of it and all the little flash, weird visual effects things like the little lens flares and stuff that he does. It kind of gets on my nerves. So I was hoping he wouldn't do that. I was hoping it'd be more like that experience that I had with the first 3 Star Trek movies. And it is exactly like that. Only even better. Number 3 thing I like about it is this is the first Star Trek movie we've had since like 1984, 85, whenever the Return of the Jedi came out. 86, when was it? I don't know. I was in college. The first Star Wars movies we've had that we don't know what's going to happen. I mean, let's face it, all those prequels that they did, we know that Luke's going to live. We know that Leia's going to be born. We know that Darth Vader's going to, live. We know that Obi-Wan's going to live through those first ones because they're all in the second ones, right? The only thing we were doing is reconstructing how all these things happened, and there just wasn't a whole lot of suspense there. Other thing I like about it is visually, this movie is fantastic. J.J. Abrams went back to using a lot of just natural landscapes, a whole lot less CG and a whole lot really stuff there. I felt like the last 3 movies which were the prequel movies that George Lucas did, and the other people who were involved, it was just every bit of it just looked like it was filmed against a green screen. I know, very good green screen work, yeah. But it just wasn't so believable. And this movie brings you back into real environments that feel real. Even the environments can't be real look and feel real. It is the first 3D movie that I've seen in a while where the 3D really works great. And by that I mean, if you go see the 3D version, and I encourage you to do it, it starts very subtly. The first, you got your 3D goggles on and everything, and the opening scenes, you don't even so much, you're not even aware of it. And you're starting to think, well, why did they even get the 3D? But then it pulls you gradually into it. And the 3D is not cheesy in any way. Let's say this, it is very much true to the storylines and the feel, the tone that you got used to in the first ones, only it's even better written. I will tell you this right now, Harrison Ford, in my book, does the performance of a lifetime. I think it's the best that Harrison Ford has ever been. I'm not going to say anything about the plot. I'm not going to give anything away. We know that Harrison's in there. You see him on the poster. The young actors that are taking over, the one that plays Rey, the one that plays Finn, very, very good, solid performances. The new characters, you're going to like them. The action is fantastic. It's very well done. I mean, if anything, it's a little derivative of the first movies. I'm not going to tell you too much about it in some of the action sequences, the big money making, or the what you call the big money action sequences there. So if there's one slight bit of weakness, it nods maybe a little too much to the first series. I'm not going to say that though. I have to tell you this. It put a lump in my throat in places. It brought a tear to my eye. If I'd let that tear flow, it would probably have flowed. I felt the spirit of it. It brought up a lot of mystery, which, we're going to wonder, where did Rey come from? Why does Rey have the abilities that Rey has? Again, no spoilers here. Just we know that we're going to have the Force being awakened in certain people, just because of the title of it. So hopefully I've given absolutely nothing away. I've just told you it's visually stunning. It's well written. The 3D's great. Great nods back to the old Star Wars trilogy. It has that exact feel. There is emotion there. There is mystery. There are things we don't understand. They're taking us to places we've not been before. Really, really tight, tough, excellent movie. It's long, but not overly long. It's the kind of movie, the first movie in a long time that I would go back and see twice. Now, I did go back and see Avatar twice. And honestly, the second time I saw Avatar, it wasn't quite as good to me as the first time I saw it. This movie, I'm quite confident if I go back and see this one again, I think I could see it 3 times, 4 times. It was really, really great. For the first time in a long while, I want to know what's going to happen next. I had that sort of feeling with the Hobbit series, well, not the Hobbit, but the Lord of the Rings. And of course, I went and spoiled that for myself because I went and read the whole Lord of the Rings after seeing the first movie. Can't go do that with this one. We don't know what's coming next. So I think it's bringing back a lot of that magic to the Star Wars franchise that hasn't been there in a while. Highly recommend it. Go see it. 2 thumbs up for me. I think everyone that has a little bit of love for the Star Wars franchise is going to be very happy with this movie. Peace to all who watch. Subscribe if you like.